as we know, we heard so many times before, we are in the annual forums, we are almost like family. So many of you have already heard about the Submariner project and the Submariner network, flagship project. But just to give you the overview, what we were doing within the Submariner project, which just ended September this year. May I ask next slide? Yeah. So we were actually analyzing 8 uses of marine resources, which you see here in the cycle. Yeah, well, I can repeat them, but you can read them. What we have been doing is we were analyzing the availability of the marine resources for these uses. We were assessing who is doing what. So where are the competence centers related to each of those uses? We were checking where are the ongoing trials, what is happening actually at the research stage or perhaps also in the market stage. The important work that was done in the Submariner project was assessment of the environmental impacts, because we wanted to investigate if those uses are really sustainable, so they are not damaging to the fragile Baltic ecosystem, but they can also have the potential for economic benefits. So we also analyzed the state of the technological development. Yeah. So all those analyses you can find in the book we called Blue Book. Yeah, it's a compendium of the Submariner, and based on the compendium we have next one, please. Well, maybe I will just, do it myself. Yeah. Just this one. Yeah. And based on the compendium, we have prepared a kind of the work plan for ourselves. Because the most tangible, I would say, effect of the cooperation within the Submariner project of 19 partners from all EU countries around the Baltic Sea was the establishment of the network. We call this Submariner network. This network was given the quite attention in the EU strategy, so we became the flagship project as the network. And well, hopefully still this year in December, we are going to have a formal establishment of the Submariner network as the European Economic Interest Group. And I think Kaisa knows, well, what is it? Because BONUS is also EEIG. So this is our goal. And of course, everyone who would like to join us, you are welcome to join the network as a formal member. But of course, sorry, we want to cooperate with all of you because, yeah, sorry, thank you. Apologies. Because we think that the cooperation is the key element. We heard today that we learn a lot from meeting with each other, talking to each other, but working with each other. So we hope to cooperate with you also within the network. So just to be brief, because I have now, I think, only 3 minutes. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, when we were preparing for this workshop, DG Mare asked us to tell each of the panelists, what is your contribution to the Blue Growth? What do you see? How can we contribute to the Blue Growth? So what you see here, it's actually the list of action fields in the Submariner roadmap. To my mind, this is the contribution. This is what we think is necessary to be done in order to have the blue growth based on those uses which we were analyzing. Okay, blue growth is not only aquaculture, it's not only combination or smart combination. It's not, it's not this one only, or wave energy, but blue growth is about maritime development, short sea shipping, clean shipping. We were not analyzing this in the Submariner, but this is our contribution to have a blue growth in the Baltic Sea. So what we think is the most, all of them, they are listed, they are not ranked, yeah? So all of them are equally important to our minds. Each of the action field, by the way, some advertisement, if you don't have a compendium and the roadmap already, you can still find them at our stand in the Submariner network. So, stand, yeah? Yes. Sorry. So, the first here in the list is actors. So, repeated so many times, and you know that from the experience, it's hardly to have a quick and good overview of what is happening exactly now at the moment in the Baltic Sea if we think about mussel cultivation. Yeah? Who is doing what? There is no overview. So this is our goal, to have an overview for all those users, what is happening at the moment, what kind of research are done, have been done, or are planned to be done, because we want to talk with those who are wanting to be active in these fields. The second one is data. Well, I will not repeat Angela. Yeah. Data are needed. Yeah. When we were trying to analyze some of the users, for example, reed, we actually don't know how much reed is in the Baltic Sea area, because there are no comprehensive, reliable data. It's just based on the assessment of the area where reed could be. Yeah, so data, of course, are needed. Then, yeah, environmental impacts. Today we've heard from DG Mare, Mr. Evans, that we have this here in the Baltic Sea, we have this environmental background all the time in our heads. So, of course, we have to make sure that we know all possible environmental impacts that development of, for example, aquaculture, different types of aquaculture may pose to the Baltic Sea itself and also to the coastal regions. Yeah, this was actually, and it's becoming more and more important, yeah, that we have to think in this environmental thinking, we have to think about what is the value of the ecosystem services we get from the whole circle of what we are doing at the sea, on land, how this interacts, how much we benefit, how much we pay for the environment. And yeah, this is also what Angela said. When we were trying to assess socio-economical value of those uses, we faced the problem that the existing trials and existing knowledge is based on very small, very limited experiments. And you cannot take this data and present them to the market, to the business sector, to the private people and say, well, invest the money. There is a potential there. We need to have a better knowledge on what is the actually economic value of all those activities and what is the efficiency of, for example, given aquaculture, how much, what are the costs in the value chain. So this is why we postulate more and more empirical pilot sites. And we very much hope that the bonus program will be open for that. Yes. Oh. And of course, foster technology development and transfer. What we noticed that the technology is developed in each country separately. This was also postulated by Angela, that we need a comprehensive Baltic Sea-wide strategy, or, well, let's call it a strategy, but it's somehow an approach, yeah? That if we say that we need more competence centers, we need more clusters, yes. So those cluster roles should be that there is a technology transfer from one country to another. Okay, I still have time? Yes, okay. So, regional energy solution. We see that we think, and we are almost sure because there are not so many resources and the whole Baltic will not be the aquaculture for macroalgae or microalgae. So the energy which could be produced from these marine resources should be regarded as a regional or even local solution if you want to diverse your sources of the energy. Yeah. This is what Angela has said. I will not, even she said so, that I will develop more about the blue biotechnology in this, here in this room. But believe me, to my personal opinion, this is the safest use of the sea resources. Because you just pick up one drop of the water with billions of organisms there, because they are so small you can hardly think that there are so many in this drop, and you check what is there for health, for medicine, for cosmetics, for food, There is this Kivitz Institute, or was it? Yeah, was it a Kivitz? Yeah, they have discovered from Laminaria furcinalis. They have discovered enzymes, which is now used as a in a medicine who is fighting with the cancer, and it's from the Baltic animal or the Baltic plant. Yeah, there is another example. There is in Latvia they have been producing agar-agar. It's a kind of substance which makes that the bread, for example, is bigger. Yeah, somehow yeah, it's growing faster, and this is also produced from furcellaria, and they use it in the chocolate. So whenever you are in Latvia and you will see the company name is Lima or Lina, they are using this powder from algae. So it's happening, yeah, that's just to show you. So it can be used for us, and you don't even know that you are using this, yeah. And there is another example about the company in Kiel. They are producing cosmetics out of algae in the Kiel channel. They are like me. I'm oceanographer from the background. They were also oceanographer. They didn't want to just study for study, so they established a company, and they are running quite a good business now. Yeah, financing. Yeah, we talk a lot about the financing. So of course we want to make sure that the ones who has money will give this money to those who want to make the business in the blue growth. Yeah, but before we go to this point, the image is very important. This is what we faced when we were having the first consultation on the roadmap, that there were people in the room, not from the annual forum, the ones from the local people, and they were like opening their eyes, and they couldn't believe that something can be from the sea, can be useful for them. Yeah, the sea is for swimming, yeah, shipping, but there are some resources which can be beneficial for them in the sea. Okay, I will finish here. Thank you.
Thank you, Joanna. Maybe you mentioned the role of local or regional debate, local or regional solution. Maybe you can focus a little more on this, briefly, on this aspect. What could be the prominent role in achieving blue growth from the local and solution or regional solution?
Yeah, the first thing, why local and regional? Because as I said, I cannot imagine the Baltic Sea as one big aquaculture, yeah, or one big farm for offshore combined with mussels. Yeah, this will not happen. So we talk about the scale of production and of the business area. Yeah, so the local people and the local investors are very important, because what will happen, it will happen in a very limited scale. If we will be happy and we will establish one windmill power in the area which borders like 5 countries here in the Baltic Sea, yeah, then we will have very international investment and international cooperation on the blue growth. But most of those initiatives is located in one location, specific location. The best example of what I think about how should the cooperation look like on the regional scale is this Kiel company, CMR, if I remember correctly. They wouldn't be so successful if they wouldn't have the huge support from the local authorities. Because what they are producing mussels, and they sell these mussels to a local market for eating. The people there are eating them. But the local government is telling to the people, is raising the awareness, use local products. Don't buy mussels from Holland, just use our mussels. We have this nice company who is producing this for us. Yeah? And what is more important, they pay them higher price just to keep them on the market. So there is this incentive in this initiative so they can grow and grow and grow. They started with the production of, I don't know, maybe 2 kilos of furcellaria. Now they are somehow diversing their activities because they have this very good local support. Thank you.